Yep. Hello, Facebook Live. Good morning, everybody. The 23rd of February. It is 10 o'clock, 10:09 a.m. if you're catching us on the live. I'm counting February down. I've been counting February down even before it started. Excited to get into March. Jamie and I are planning our next wine dinner. Last night's wine dinner was a huge success. Even though it snowed like crazy, was snowing like crazy. It stopped. What time did it stop yesterday, Jamie? 5:30, 6 o'clock? It stopped 6 o'clock, yeah. 5:30, I don't know. It stopped snowing.
It was about 4:30.
4:30 it stopped.
You went for your run around 4. It was about 4:30.
Yep. So I went for a quick mile run out in the snow. You did
People
your...
said the roads were just slushy.
Just slushy, right? Yeah. So, we were busy last night. Busy for the end of a snowstorm. Busy for a Monday night. Our wine dinner was a huge hit last night. We did the wines of Seneca Lake. We had a glitch because Domaine Le Sieur did not show up from one of our distributors, which is one of the wines. We had plenty of wines to fill in, and we have a lot of amazing wines from the Finger Lakes. Like, the more and more I drink Finger Lake wine, the more and more I'm like, gee, this stuff is just amazing. What's happening in the Finger Lakes is just awesome. There are some really talented winemakers, younger winemakers coming from Germany, from France, from all over, from California, and making their mark in the Finger Lakes. Really, really good stuff. TripAdvisor named Finger Lakes the top wine trail in the country last year. If you've not been to the Finger Lakes, get there. If you don't know where to go, ask us. We'll send you in the right direction. We'll send you to some of our favorite wineries. And if you want a fully guided tour, come with us. We're going March 19th through the 21st. And it's $800 a person. I think we have 2 or 4 slots left for that. I'm not sure.
We had 4 last night.
We had 4 last night.
4 people very interested. We actually have 6 people very interested.
We had 4 slots left, and we have 6 people very interested. So there you go. Do the math. -2. Call ASAP if you're interested in that. I'm sending out another email this morning to anybody who didn't open last Tuesday's email. So busy night last night. Couple tables in celebrating birthdays, really great. The wine dinner. I was in the kitchen for a bit because Michelle, who works for us, comes from Sullivan County, and it was bad at a certain point. But then all of a sudden, like Jamie said, the roads got slushy, and she was able to come to work later, which relieved me in the kitchen to come out and talk to some guests last night. There was one guest in particular that I wanted to talk to, but I couldn't get out there because I was in the kitchen cooking. There was a lady last night that was a little upset because she doesn't eat GMOs, and she was accusing us of serving genetically modified food. Genetically modified food as in purple cauliflower. If you've never had purple cauliflower, I'm going to go a little rundown on purple cauliflower right now. And there's also other cauliflowers too. Here's green Romanesco cauliflower. There's yellow cauliflower. The pigment purple or red comes from the anthocyanins in your produce. Anthocyanins are a antioxidant. This is why red cabbage is healthy. Dark blueberries, dark grapes, dark fruits and vegetables tend to have a certain different health effect because of the anthocyanins. Jamie came in last night while I'm cooking on the line, busy, and she was there's a lady out there that's questioning our cauliflower. Why is it purple? I said anthocyanins, like that's simple, anthocyanins. But let's jump more into depth on why cauliflower is purple. So, cauliflower is purple, or it can be purple. Now, a lot of people have no idea about purple cauliflower because the industry has purposely made white cauliflower for us to consume. Purple cauliflower is more natural than white cauliflower. Same thing with the other cauliflower, same thing with other foods. The purple is more of a natural color. Okay, that's more of how it develops. And in the summertime, you really get intense purple cauliflower. This cauliflower is not that intense purple. This cauliflower is not local. This cauliflower is an organic version of cauliflower. This comes from California. But in the fall time, up until Thanksgiving, we are able to get all sorts of local purple cauliflower, green Romanesco, yellow cauliflower, all local, all end of the summer till all into the fall. We can get that, and it's caused from exposure to the sun. So cauliflower growers purposely, it's called blanching, where they cover the crops to a certain extent, where the cauliflower won't turn purple. So cauliflower will naturally turn purple on its own. It's part of what the plant is. It's like asparagus is green on its own, and then all of a sudden you have white asparagus, which white asparagus is the oddity here because there's not a lot of white asparagus in the market. But white asparagus, same thing. They hide it or cover it from sun exposure, which doesn't help the photosynthesis process, which then turns out to be white asparagus. If you ever were to pick asparagus, at a certain point the green asparagus starts getting white on the bottom, because that was the part that was underneath the ground. That part wasn't exposed. So purple cauliflower, folks, is 100% natural. It is the real cauliflower as opposed to white cauliflower. It's much more natural. But this lady accused us last night. Like I said, I couldn't get out into the kitchen, out into the dining room, but she accused us of GMOs. And Jamie, you explained to her that we're very, very conscious on everything we bring in.
I did.
And she didn't want to hear it, right?
She was just very like, well, I can't believe you'd have GMO cauliflower on your menu. And she said it to me twice.
And she was a little snippy, I guess, with Cody.
A little snippy, yeah.
And not a good tipper.
Not a good tipper.
Less than 10%. Less than 10%. I'm sorry if you're watching that, but that's the truth. We take a lot. We pay a lot more.
And we pride ourselves.
We pride ourselves and we pay a lot more for ingredients. And I could buy cheap white cauliflower all day long, but the purple cauliflower is healthier for. I've never seen this before. You explained that like not even our sodas are natural. There's no corn syrup in our soda, so no genetically modified, no sodium benzate, and that kind of stuff. I mean, we're super conscious with everything that we bring in. The last thing we would do is bring in genetically modified cauliflower. This week we have some local kale coming in. We have some more local butternut squash coming in. And the first thing I told you when this lady accused you, I said it's certified organic. You can't have a GMO food and certified organic. That's not part of the regulations of the certified organic program. So you can't have both. You can't genetically modify. Now some people are confused with genetically modifying food and hybridizing food. So technically, most of the food that we consume is hybridized. At some point, they cross-pollinated out in the field. They cross-pollinated or helped with the cross-pollination of certain types of strawberries to make them bigger, fatter, plumpier. Tomatoes to make them bigger, ship better, not necessarily taste better. So at some point, a lot of the industry has hybridized. Now, when you genetically modify something, you're actually going into a laboratory. You're taking the genes of things that would not ever go together to begin with. So, for example, because a lot of people say, well, all of our food's genetically modified, Marcus. It's all genetically modified. And if you're looking at it in that aspect, yeah, everything is genetically modified because it's hybridized. But when you're talking about true GMOs, you're talking about food that goes into a laboratory. You can never take Roundup and stick it next to corn and say, cross-pollinate corn and Roundup, do your natural thing, cross-pollinate, because the next time you two make offspring and we plant this, it's going to be resistant to glyphosates. It's going to be resistant to Roundup. That's not how that works. They go into a laboratory and they splice the genes and they manipulate them to patent a product that's not natural, to get two things together that could have never, ever gotten together in the past. You can't cross-pollinate Roundup and corn. You can't cross-pollinate fish and strawberries. You can't cross-pollinate rats with lettuce. And all this stuff has been done. A lot of stuff is being done. Rats with lettuce was done in the late 90s as an experiment at University of Texas to see if they could, what was it for? I forgot what it was for, something for like flavor or something, or for whatever. But they take fish genes and they put it into strawberries and tomatoes so they can grow in cold weather climates. So genetically modified foods are foods that could never ever cross-pollinate as natural. Now again, all the foods you're going to the grocery store and picking up these big fat cucumbers with no seeds in it, that's all hybridized. Tomatoes, that's all hybridized. All this stuff is hybridized. Very rarely do you get a true heirloom varietal. So this person, being a GMO freak and fanatic and trying to avoid it, should understand that this is much more natural than the white cauliflower that she's been consuming her whole life. So this is the natural pigment, rich in anthocyanins, more rich in antioxidants, different health benefits. If you were to have a choice to eat like purple cabbage versus green cabbage, you eat purple cabbage. It's much healthier for you because of the anthocyanins, the antioxidant levels. If you can eat things with more of color, the better off you are because they offer more. And we all know this. Dark blueberries, dark, like I said at the beginning, grapes, things that are dark have different health benefits, sometimes better health benefits. But like asparagus, for example, like if you're eating white asparagus versus green asparagus, if you're depriving asparagus of sunlight, and this is why you never see white asparagus on our menu. If you're depriving asparagus of sunlight, you're depriving it of the key to its health, to its longevity, which is photosynthesis. Photosynthesizing the chlorophyll, the sun, the energy. So basically you're eating a product that hasn't had its natural, just hasn't been able to live its natural life. So of course, what is lacking in that is the question that I'm asking. Now, I'm just making an assumption here that white asparagus is not as healthy for you as green asparagus. Chlorophyll is one of the most vital things you can ingest into your body. Green leafy vegetables, things with chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is key. Chlorophyll unlocks the potential of the sun. It has amazing energy in it. So that's the story with that. So yeah, the stuff we have to deal with here at the restaurant. And again, we're not perfect. We're far from perfect, but we're always trying to move in the best direction forward. And of course, that direction is not with GMOs. Here's a beautiful picture of purple cauliflower right there. Look at that. That's what it looks like when we get these heads of cauliflower in from the farm hub, all towards the end of the summer and into the fall. Really amazing. And yellow cauliflower. We have some favorite farms that do that here in the Hudson Valley. Sam Scott Orchards, place where we get our cider from. We get a lot from them. If you probably go back on our Instagram, you might be able to see some of the purple cauliflower. Did we post any purple cauliflower this? So I'm grab my iPad off the tripod here. So let's see if we got any. It's just amazing stuff. And it doesn't really taste different, folks. Purple cauliflower does not taste different. So let's see, logged into the wrong account here. Let's switch it. If I don't have any, oh yeah, look at this. Right here. That's from our Instagram page right there. Some purple cauliflower and cooked with some Romanesco. That's from October 30th. And this is from a local farm. Did we tag the farm in here? Most likely, the came from either, we should have tagged the farm in there. It came from Sam Scott Orchards, or it came from Peterson Farms, which is a little more north upstate. So, and that's our only pick of, we do have some regular cauliflower, and we have this really cool cauliflower this summer that we got. This Japanese sprouting cauliflower came from the local farm, from Marquisto Farms. This came from Marquisto Farms this summer, and this was back in July. And it's called Japanese sprouting cauliflower. And you just sprouts up these long stalks, a little bit, mostly white, but more ivory white. That's really cool stuff. Yeah, so those are the two times we posted some cauliflower. Actually, we have some other local cauliflower here too. We got these really big heads of white cauliflower from another local farm here. That might be Sam Scott too. Sam Scott does all kinds of cauliflower. So, all right, folks, that's the story with cauliflower and pigments, anthocyanins, good for your health, good antioxidants. So try to eat the colors when you eat. Just scrolling through and see if there's anything more here. Nope, that's it. All right, so purple cauliflower. Go look for some. Right now you can only get some from California. It's caused from exposure to sun. It's more natural than the white. And that's it, folks. Did I miss anything, Jamie? Be back open Thursday. This week's special for Lent is salmon, $9.99 salmon all week long. We sold a lot of salmon last night, so thank you everybody who got takeout last night for that. We appreciate that. And that's it. Talk to everybody later. Have an amazing, amazing day. Wine time live later. We got another Finger Lakes wine up on the docket for tonight. And have a great day, everybody. Get out, get some sunlight. If there is any sun coming out today, get something, get some fresh air, drink lots of water. Have a great day.